Hi, everyone. Welcome to True Disabled Story. My name is Nico, and I use he, him pronouns. I'm a white man with blonde hair, large blue and brown spectacles, and a red t-shirt underneath a green zip-up hoodie. I'm seated in front of a green wall, and further back is my kitchen. Like about 25% of all Americans and a full 17% of Philadelphians, I'm disabled. Whether we look locally, nationally, or globally, disabled communities are full of dynamic, diverse, and frankly delightful people with their own stories to share. All we have to do is listen. Now, as many of you know, I was born disabled. I've never known differently, and this makes me naturally curious about other people's diagnosis stories when I encounter them in my personal life, in my civic life, or whatever. Today, I'm honored to be joined by my old friend Sydney, and I can't wait to hear what she has to say. Sydney's waving to the camera. Hi, Sydney. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well, thank you, and thank you for doing this with me. So let's dive into it. Sydney, what was your diagnostic journey like? Was this a surprise, maybe, or was it something you were actively pursuing? Tell us that story.
I was actually like born with it. Well, not born with it, but when I was like 10 months old, um, I was sick with a cold and my parents took me to the hospital, to the doctor, and the doctor said there was nothing wrong with me. So then we went to the hospital and they knew something was wrong and they took a blood test and that's how they found out that I had chromosome 18q minus proximal deletion. It's a really long word. and the doctors told my parents that I wouldn't be able to walk or talk ever. But at 4 years old, I started walking and talking.
That's remarkable. And here you are talking and walking still.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So, Sydney, how has this diagnosis impacted your life? You could consider like academically, personally, or whatever, but you talk about getting diagnosed as a child and kind of overcoming expectations, but what has that looked like throughout your life?
Um, well, I struggled in high school a lot. I like failed a lot of my classes and I couldn't really keep up with the other kids. And in like what was it like junior year, I had to retake science and English, and then um my post grad year, I only stayed in high school for 2 more years, and then I got a diploma and I passed my English Regents with an 86, and I never thought that I would pass high school and get a diploma.
That's awesome, Sydney. What are you doing now since you got your high school diploma? Are you going on to like higher education or what's next for you?
Oh, sorry. um, well, I went to college for a little bit, but it was kind of just hard and I couldn't keep up with the work and stuff. So I went to a program in Rhinebeck and I was there for like a year and then I graduated from the program. So I'm working with at a cafe in Roslyn in Long Island and I'm the lead register person.
Hey, that's awesome. Food service and retail can be pretty tough.
Yeah.
Uh, definitely very fast paced. So it takes a certain kind of skill set, and I appreciate you having that skill set. So Sydney, my third question is if you could go back and do this all over, right? Or if you could speak to a family who just had a baby with your condition, what advice would you have? What would you try to do differently?
See, a lot of actually parents have been talking to me about like school and stuff, and I always say just keep going and never give up on them because they can do anything they put their mind to. And I always used to think that I didn't like my disability because I was different from everybody. And then I I had a word in fourth grade, unique, and I had to write a sentence for homework with unique. You remember this? And I had to yeah, I had to write a word, a sentence, and my parents helped me. And every time I always doubt myself, I always say, I am Sydney and I am unique. And that's how I always now tell people that your kid is unique and they're not different. They're just unique and special in their own way.
I love that. That could be like your tagline. You can put it on a shirt or something. Fantastic. Sydney, I've had a wonderful time checking back in with you. Getting to hear your perspective is always very refreshing. And as we come to kind of the end of our time together today, I want to give you a chance that we, as disabled people, so rarely get. And that is a chance to brag about ourselves, promote yourself.
Yeah.
If you're interested in building community or networking online, where can people find you? But just in general, this is a chance for you to be your own cheerleader and, like I say, brag about yourself. So let's hear it.
Um, I just want to say to all the parents who and people with disabilities who are struggling, I just want to say just keep going, never give up, and to just have help on the way and always just get help because like myself, when I was like 4 years old, I had help from my mom's best friend who's a speech pathologist, help me talk and eat and walk. So you can get help with your kid or yourself, and you'll just never give up. That's my own. And I actually got accepted to the Bed Buddies Ambassador program, and no, the yeah program, and I'm going to the Bed Buddies Leadership Conference in July. So if you want to see my updates on that, follow me on TikTok at Sid Alps. Follow me on Instagram and Disability Unite 21 and Sid Alps on Instagram. Yeah, thank you all for listening to me.
Sydney, that's great. Wherever you go, whatever you do, I can't wait to see what you do next, and I'm rooting for you.
Thank you.
All right, you take care now, okay?
Thank you.
All right.